right, you guys, you are going to love this. Live Good CEO Ben Glinsky gets interviewed, and he's going to answer all the questions that you've been dying to hear. So enjoy the video.
So welcome to our live Meet the CEO webinar. We got our amazing Director of Product Development, Dr. Ryan Goodkin, kind of to moderate today. So Ryan, I'll let you take it away and lead with the questions.
All right, guys, let's get right into it, Ben. We've got a bunch of questions. Let's just jump in. Let's see how many we can get through. So Ben, Mr. Ben Glinsky, besides being an awesome visionary leader, who are you, man?
Awesome. Great question. So who am I? So I'm just a normal guy. I think, people see me as a successful business person, but the truth is business kind of takes a backseat to a lot of the other things in my life. I think the most important thing in my life is my wife and kids. They get the most of my effort, energy, attention. After that, it goes to fun, exercise, travel, doing things that I enjoy with people that I enjoy. And then after that, gets into business and entrepreneurship, making money and helping others. So that's actually, speaking of helping others, we do a lot of philanthropic things, and I don't want that to sound like business isn't priority and you guys as members and affiliates of Live Good aren't priority, because I do put a ton, probably most of my time goes into this, but that's after, I give my family the time that they want. I make it a point to always say yes to my wife and kids anytime they ask me to do anything. And then, I spend a lot of time focused on the business stuff. And I think that helps keep me balanced and actually brings the best out of the business side, when I can focus on that and not have to worry about other things. So good question.
The next question is going to jump right into business. So Ben, are you planning on adding services? Are we looking at things like travel, digital? What are we looking to add as far as new services?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we've got a huge base of members already just this early in the game. And I think as we get into the millions and millions of members, that is definitely a possibility. On the short term, it's definitely not on the priority list. Give us a year or so, see where we are. And it's, nothing's out of the question.
That's great. Okay. Next question is, are you planning incentives for members, maybe with qualification requirements?
Again, not on the short-term priority list. We don't have any plans to do any additional incentives for affiliates, even as you achieve rank. I mean, the compensation plan is super, super generous. And I think everything that we're doing is awesome. And quite honestly, there's, we're running pretty lean on margins. And to add, everything that we add is just, it's tight. So, no, it's not in the budget, not in the plans. I'm just going to put a no on that one.
All right. Next question, Ben. Why do you work in the warehouse? Don't you have employees to do that?
That's an awesome question. I love that question. Mm-hmm. And I hope you guys are going to love the answer. So there's really 3-4 reasons that I do that. Number one, my son, he's 15 years old. He started working there when he was 14, packing boxes. To give him an opportunity to have a job, to make some money, and he does an amazing job. But I enjoy, spending time with him, just being able to hang with him so that's number one reason to be able to hang with my son. But the other reasons are, I think, even more important. And number one is I like being able to see how things are running in our business, in our facility. I like seeing our employees. I like meeting our employees, getting to know them on a deeper level, and I have the opportunity to talk to them. I always buy them lunch on Saturdays when I'm in there so we can talk and, just learn about them, their families, where they came from, what they like, what drives them. And I think that's important to have a good relationship with your employees. And I think at the same time, it motivates the employees to want to do a good job if they see that you care about them, and we genuinely care. And Ryan's the same way. He gets in there and packs boxes when we need them. And the third reason is, I like to be able to find any inefficiencies, things we're doing right, things we're doing wrong. If we're doing something right, I like to encourage that and promote it and say, recognize that Lee, our awesome warehouse manager, is killing it. And if there's, inefficiencies or things that I think we can improve on, I let them know. We like to lead by example and show our employees, hey, we care about this place, and hopefully that'll, encourage them to care and work as hard as they can for us.
Next question. A lot of people think Live Good is too good to be true. What part of Live Good would you consider to be most misunderstood? Or in other words, why do people feel that way?
That's an interesting question. Probably because it's different, it's unique, it's something that's never been done before. We have the most amazing high quality products, and we make them available for a few dollars above cost, so you guys can actually get them, get benefit from them, and have success, both physically and financially with it.
How is it possible that we can have such high quality products at such affordable prices from a business perspective?
Right. So again, you look at network marketing companies, and in order to have a compensation plan that pays out what these companies are paying out, 50, 60% in a lot of companies, you make a product for $10 and you're selling it for 60, you pay out half of that, you're at, $30 minus 10, the company's got to have a little bit of profit in there. And a lot of these companies have a lot of overhead. They've got a lot of corporate employees. They have a big corporate office. And the company needs to make money. So the way we do it, again, is a little bit different. Instead, it's almost like we're pooling our money together to buy these products in bulk, the highest quality. I mean, Ryan formulates them. He does not skimp on ingredients, on quality, on manufacturing, really on anything, so that we could create these amazing products and sell them for lower prices than everyone else. And still, we have enough of a profit margin in there to keep the company healthy, and to allow you guys to get the products that you need and to save people money. And then on the membership side, there's a little bit of profit in there as well to run the company. And so again, we run on very thin margins. I mean, right now we've got about 600,000 users as of, about 8 months in since we've launched this Powerline and compensation plan. And we're ordering a ton of inventory. We work on low profit margins. I mean, look, so a lot of companies, they brag about having 100 corporate employees. We have like 6 customer service people and like 8 warehouse packers. That's our staff. Our entire operating cost is under $100,000 a month, which is very low compared to most companies out there.
A few months ago, Ben, you posted a video about the compensation plan. I think it has thousands and thousands of views. There's a question here that says, is there any possibility of the compensation plan being changed?
That's a good question. So anytime you change a compensation plan, unless you're just straight adding to it, you're always, if you change something, you're going to help some people and you're going to hurt some people. And we don't like to do that. We don't like the second part of that. I would say most likely no, there won't be any changes. Anything is possible, but in the short term, no.
Okay, thank you. Next up, this one I hear too, and I think all of us have people on the fringe that are saying these types of things, and I'm very curious to see and hear how you answer this question. So people are saying Live Good will not last. How can we be sure Live Good will be here long term?
And that's an interesting question. I don't know where the concern might come from there, because first of all, we do everything right, everything clean, 100% legal, 100% fair. So, and our products are absolutely amazing. I guess maybe the question comes from seeing a lot of other companies, go from nothing to really big to gone in a few years. And I think part of the reason for that is they're all led by the opportunity, by the money. And that's not to say that Live Good isn't, and I'll get to that in a second. But I think the thing that's going to make Live Good long term compared to all these other companies is the products. That's what is